I would like to become a motor park chairman. I mean, this is a word of a well-known Yoruba Twitter influencer. This is a show of shame
Yes.
that the Yorubas now would rather become a motor park chairman over becoming a doctor, over becoming an artisan. Awolowo, as of today, will be rolling in his grave. Don't
Yes.
forget, this current president was the one that monetized agberoism. What's your reaction?
That first is first. Your statement, I'm not surprised. Like I always say, whenever I look back, I'm talking about historical perspective. I'm always happy, and I'm proud that I'm a Yoruba person. Always happy. You see me, oh my God, me.
But I get that before no be property.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, but nowadays, don't look at even my state. Look at the infrastructure and everything. But let me take our viewers back. Our father in Yoruba land, he gave our fathers free education. With that, that's one of the reasons why you see a man of 70 years, a carpenter, he will read his paper. At 80 years old, a butcher. Any work, all those men, artisans, they could read because Awolowo give our fathers free education. Talking about Cocoa House, the first television system in Nigeria, even West Africa. That's Western Nigeria Television Authority. Now which is now NTA Ibadan. Talking about Cocoa, one of the first multi-story building, Cocoa House. Talking about the first stadium, Olympic size. Talking about radio stations. Awolowo made sure that these people, they are enlightened. He could have taken Yoruba captives, like these process are doing now in Yoruba land. Give them bread. Did you see that bread? Mothers fighting for bread.
A total show of shame. Embarrassing.
A colossal disgrace.
No dignity. Yoruba in the mouth.
Yes. I'm saying my mothers. My mothers not them. I'm saying my mothers are all Yawa. My mothers. Giving them bread. We saw some yam. I mean Yoruba. Did you fight the civil war? What I'm saying that did Yorubas fight as in it was in Nigeria versus Yoruba land? We didn't fight the civil war. Yes, even though we were on Nigeria side, our place was not destroyed. Then how did this come to be? How did we get here? It's a show of shame, a show of disgrace, a national disgrace. What are you talking about? A clear disgrace. Yoruba land, I want more Yoruba. Yeah, that's why I say that if I come back to my life, I want to be. Yes, it is lucrative, but yes, it is as of now it is legitimate. But then here is a doctor. I'm talking about a journalist.
You say it is legitimate. What economic value does it have?
I'm not saying it's legitimate that government organizes them. That means they're not doing a legitimate job. Like you said, which value are they able to contribute to their members? They will say you must be. I've asked like 4 or 5 of them. What have you benefited being a member of this thing? Nothing. In the money, they collect money from your hand. If your motor spoiled, nothing. You are not going to see any money. If anything happens to you, you are your own. Then what is your own benefit as a member? Or if you are part of, for example, MBA, there's a benefit to it. If you are NM in a medical association, doctors can go on strike if there's anything. But what is the value of being in this organization? But I don't even look at that. Let me look at my own heritage, where I come from. How am I not to do a person? I'm in Nigeria, yes, but I am first an Egba man from Abuja, then an Ogun State person. Therefore, in Nigeria, I'm to do a block. That means, how can our people now descend so low in glorifying this kind of something over education? That's why I say little children nowadays. Ask them now. They're sassy. I didn't say that's what I need to say. Yes, they say I want to enter Yahoo. I want to enter. That is good. How many children now want to become a doctor, a lawyer?
I know you're an aluminium fabricator.
Yes.
If I may ask you, do you have any artisan?
Oh, yes. They are not coming to learn work. When we are younger, and we are growing up, aluminium village of Pemo, you could see many of us teenagers want to go and learn something that we can be, so that it can benefit us in the future. How many children are learning work? Go and look at different shops now. Carpentry, aluminium, plumber. How many little children are there? They want to, in quote, do their Yahoo and all those stuff. Understand? But this is a very big dilemma. And leaders should wake up from slumber. It is time to wake up. You can't give me the same thing over and over again and expect the first result. It is time to wake up. It's time for our leaders to look at it. The ladies now, most of them, quote unquote, they say Olosho. That's why they used to glorify those ones.
If you are talking of the leaders, as of today, the most influential Yoruba political leader, I believe you know the person.
Yes.
But he is one of those persons financing this Agberoism. Is there a way out?
I don't think there's a way out. When you hear, oh, we have structure, we have, for example, there's a election, oh, Obi does not have structure, you have structure. I told these people, those people are their structures. There's no structure anywhere. It is a structure of criminality, structure of poverty. I'm talking about intentional poverty. They made these people so poor intentionally so that they can want to use them. There's nothing. See, like I always say, poverty can be eradicated at least to some point in Nigeria. For God has given us everything, but poverty must be there. So like I want to use these people for their political and selfish interest. Ododu men lining up to collect yam. Yam, how much is yam? Ordinarily. As at 10 years ago, somebody tells me that in Nigeria people will be lining up to collect one bread or since they lie. Sorry, man. Under Jonathan. 10 years ago. Understand? But look at it today. Poverty has been so weaponized to the extent that if you give somebody 5,000 now, what the person will do, you'll be shocked. Are you not seeing the news? Somebody is killing or unaliving someone because of 20,000. You are seeing it, at least people are reporting it. Today now, somebody said, according to him, that he has taken the life of 3 different girls before he was arrested. You understand? So are you surprised? Me, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. If you want to know the future of any nation, look at what the leaders are doing presently. So Nigerian youth now, what are they doing presently? Ask yourself. How many of them are into tech? Which of them can innovate? How many of them can think? If you one like 7 or 6 out of youth now, ordinarily on the state of Nigeria, are into something that I cannot even mention here.
Mr. Rilwan, on a final note, could this be the reason why some Yoruba senators are afraid of going back to regional government? Because imagine if the Yorubas now have their region. What do you think we are going to make of it? Looking at what our youths have become. Most of them are into Yahoo and all manners of illegality.
That's what I'm saying, that when you look at these people now, that who elected them, what is their mindset? The glory days of Yoruba land is rooted in regional system of government. It's a fact. Yoruba will lead. We are the leaders in Nigeria. We set the pace. Yorubas were far ahead. It's a fact. These are not something. And people that they were in part of this southwest, they enjoy free education from different tribes.
I mean, that was past glory.
No. I just need to let people know. Now that if your senators are not saying that we don't have to go back to that old system that benefited us as Yoruba people, then what is the message? What does that tell you about our present leaders today? If you are afraid to go back to what made you who you are, what made you people to see you as the most when it comes to education, the pay setters. If you are afraid to go back to that glory days, you are not moving in line with, in quote, the northerners, because it's only the northerners that are always afraid of the system of government. So if you are afraid of, what does that tell you? The everything that you have. Understand? So I don't know. Our leaders should just look themselves with their eyes and tell themselves, have we in any way done anything to benefit these people? Have we? It's a simple question. Tell yourself, look yourself with the eyes and tell yourself, have we in any way done anything to benefit these people? What has the giant gained from Yoruba people gained from this people? That's the question.
Thank you. But before I let you go, yes. If you ask that question that in your next life, what would you like to become? I hope you. Mr. Kule, the last time I made a content that the Igbos are now doing extremely well than the Yorubas when it comes to artisanship education. Just yesterday, I saw a comment on X where a young Yoruba boy was asked that if you come into this lab the next time, what would you like to become? And his response, marveled me. I was shocked, I was surprised, and I believe Awolowo will be rolling in his grave. He said that if he comes into this live next time, that he would like to be an NURTW motor park chairman, because we understand that Agberoism is the order of the day in Yoruba land, whereby Tinubu himself has elevated these talks into very rich people, and nobody in Yoruba land today wants to go for education. Everybody is either embracing motor park chairman. It's so unfortunate. What's your reaction?
Well, it's quite good morning. It's quite disheartening. I mean, and it's quite disgraceful. A region that is being pride, that has a pride of good education, a region that has a pride of the best, I mean, first in every sectors, and has now not been able to produce the elite that can make the region proud again. What you are producing now is Agbero, is area boys, is which is not really. I mean, it's disgraceful to a Yoruba man like me. When they see they are okay, see them Agbero, all sort of things. This problem started from the leader. And who is the leader? The leader has to, I mean, shape the system for everybody to have a very, I mean, honorary what respect. As it is now, Awolowo will not even be smiling in his grave because the education Awolowo planted into the southwest is the one some of them are still enjoying. So those highlights people are still enjoying. Why have they turned this youth now to Agbero? Why did they turn, or they turn themselves to Agbero? Even if they want to checkmate them, they can easily do. They can easily do. There are a lot of farmyards you can take them to, and some of them will still be saying a big pami. They have farm there, they cannot do, and they will enter the street, started collecting money. It's not the best, I can say. It's not the best. It's not even giving Yoruba race a good name, and it's not giving us a good what's it called, a good you know, name among the elites. As it is, I will like each governors to work on this Agbero, especially those ones that has take this Agbero as a job, which is not supposed to be. Send them to school. If you can't send them to school, send them to farm. Let them go and farm. Create farm for them. Let them go and start farming. It's not everything. You can be collecting money now, but it can't last you forever. When you started getting to an age now, what job will you plow back to? What job? You now started, you know, stealing or doing a robbery. So it boils down on the number one president. That's the president of this country, that he needs to take charge of what is going on. Because we used to be the best in education before. We used to be the best in all sectors before. You know, if you're looking for educated people, they will say go to the southwest. But are they still saying that again? Because it has diminished, we diminish a lot. And every Yoruba race, every Omo Oduduwa need to rise up now and place ourselves back to where we belong. Because this is not where we belong. We don't belong into third cadre citizen. We don't belong to the area boy citizen. We are elite. Awolowo planted a good structure of education system for us. And majority of this leader benefited from free educations of Awolowo. But how come they now allow the what's it called, generation, our own generation, to start decaying? I mean, it's uncalled for. We need to stand up and you know, hit the ground running. I will not support all our children in Yoruba land turning to Agbero. I will not support all our children in Yoruba land turning to area boy. We need to work on it, and that is why what we can do now is we need to call for a conference.
Mr. Kwe, those Agbero Motopark chairman, yeah, they are making nothing. Some of them make nothing less than 700,000 per week, and you will understand why everybody now would rather go into Agbero over going to university. And don't forget, since 1999, when this thing was embraced by Tinubu, seeing MC Oroma become whatever he is today, see what Agbede, see what the likes of hamburger, sausage, pizza, shawarma, what all of them became. I think most graduates are even now going into this system of, should I call it, occupation, thuggery. I mean, it's so unfortunate that Awolowo, of course, will continue rolling.
I won't say most graduates. I would say most.
When there's no job, what do you think? Of course, most of them are already keke napep.
Most layabouts people. they are going to that.
Mr. Kule, there's no job, and mostly these graduates are either riding Korope, just like you have behind you, or they are riding Keke Napep. And let me tell you, I think the greatest goal of any person riding Keke Napep is to become a motor park chairman.
Can you allow me?
Okay, go ahead.
You see, all depends on the home each and every one of them come out from. You can't expect an elder, a father that went to university and he will allow his son to be doing agbero. So it depends on all this, the foundation of this, the family of this people.
So are you aware there's no job?
There's no job, but
so when there's no job, what do you think you will do?
See, I'm saying it. You know, I make a research on that, and I make a research on that. Actually, I look at all these guys that are joining the agbero. They are children of layabout parents. That the parents gone, maybe they are not really fully educated, because a man, let me tell you, a man that went to school, an educated man, Yoruba man, will not allow the son to be an agbero, because it will be a disgrace for his friend. It will be a disgrace for his friend that wants to, you know, showcase their achievements, you know, in an organization. So to me, any people, any youth you are seeing that are doing agbero people, I can tell you, their children, the foundation.
Mr. Kule, please, before you go ahead, I just want to quickly ask Mr. David this question before he leaves. Mr. David, do you agree that there are no graduates doing Marua driver, Keke Napep driver, who are also aspiring to become motor park chairman? Do you think there are no graduates that come from good family?
Yeah.
How many are they?
Yeah, because you know that now the government have made that business a very lucrative business. Whereby you see an uneducated person would even get money compared to someone who is working in a private institution. One thing is that, see, government need to reform that sector. There's a big lacuna in that sector, because this is a way government can even put employment for graduates in that sector, that put them in the government payroll, whereby you come to the park, let graduates, learned ones, give you tickets, you want for the bus. So these persons will become civil servants. But government in return, if government don't settle these guys, who will later start ballot box for them? So that is why you see them government keeping them, because these are the people government use to cause anarchy during election.
Thank you.
And at the same time,
no, I called him to bust the fallacy that you are saying that there are no graduates, there are no people from good families that engage in agbero, in Keke Napep. Let me tell you, it is because of the money that has been induced by Tinubu and his allies.
On that sector. Let me now tell you one thing. You see, transportation, right, all over the world. You see some people involving in it. Because like me now, I have a colleague, I have a friend, I have a brother, I can say it's all in all for me. He drives train in what's it called, in London.
But it is regulated by the government.
That is what we're saying. The government of Lagos State is not regulating these people. That's the issue, and it's embarrassing them. And they should be ashamed. They should be ashamed of allowing this thing to be happening in a cosmopolitan state, because Lagos is cosmopolitan.
It is not a Lagos factor. If you look at the whole southwestern states, the level, the rate at which the youth, the Yoruba youth, are living farm, living industries, living crafts. You don't see people learn handwork again. All of them are now engaging into what we call agberoism.
We can't say.
And this is a shame, because I mean, the Yorubas keep falling with
the minority that are doing that. They are bringing shame. But I can tell you, a lot of the youths now, they follow suit. Instead of following agberoism, a lot of them ended up in computer village there. I don't know whether you've been to computer village and you see the massive job created in that place, in which Yoruba people are still involved. But this particular one we are saying here now, the agberoism, it cut across all the states of the southwest. And I can tell you, if Lagos can put an end to it, because I can tell you, majority of the agbero you see here, they will come from different states.
Absolutely.
They come from different states.
Absolutely.
Once they hit the nail on the head, if Lagos State can hit the nail on the head, because it's going to affect them too. Because it's going to affect all this Agbero, will affect them.
Yeah.
If you want to invite foreign investor in, and they started seeing Agbero all around disturbing, their business. So would they want to stay? No. So the Lagos State under Governor Sanwo-Olu should wake up now and be able to regulate this Agbero and this union, road transport union, because they should be well organized. There was a time we had a graduate that was their leader. That one is from Highland there. I think there was a big decorum on that system. And I can tell you, what we are witnessing today, I mean, it's not same as the Highland, because those Highland people, they really organize themselves because they are dealing with organized people, bankers and others. But this Ogba, man, I can say is a bad, sentiment for a bad, place you can talk of in Agbero, because everybody is a king. Everybody will tell you they can do anything and go scot-free because they have the backing of their power, their leader at the top. And I can tell you heartedly, it's a disgrace to the Yoruba race. It's a disgrace to me. I don't want to be, people to be comparing your region is Agbero region. No, nobody wants that.
Well, it's unfortunate that is the reality of today, that the Southwest has been almost consumed.
Almost. It's we that will not make that to happen.
Hopefully.
People like us that still believe in the region, because us, they have the state, that state will still, follow you to, will stick to you too.
Well,
so
thank you, Mr. Apule, for at least having the courage to come forward and call out the terrible leaders, most especially the Yoruba terrible leaders.
We have terrible leaders. That's and I've been engaging them. I will keep engaging them constructively.
Thank you very much.
Until they listen to what we want, until they listen to where they realize where we're supposed to be. This is not where we're supposed to be.
Thank you very much.
In the Southwest.
Thank you very much.